I get a school? I've received a lot of questions on how people can come and study in the US. And because I will not be able to reply to each and every person's in my inbox, I thought it's just important for me to do this video so that people can get information as they need it. Okay, so I'll first of all I'll tell people to wajite kwanza kamkutano. Jite kamkutano, jiulize, is this what really I want to do? And then once you decide that you want to apply, start searching for schools. Go to Google. For example, just Google Masters in Geography in the US. I'm speaking about geography because that's my area my area of study. So you can Google the area that you want to study, and then the programs will come up with the universities, which university that are teaching those or offering those programs. And then go to the website. You want to go to the website and look for the requirements. See if you meet the requirements. For example, some schools might want you to take an English test or evaluate the transcripts for your former school, you know. And some schools will also want you to write a statement of purpose, SOP, and get some recommendations. Other schools will also want you to apply to have a application fee, and but others you can also request for a waiver, and then they do that for you. Once you know the once you know the requirements, you also want to know the application process. Some schools will mostly want you to create your portal. I mean, you go to their portal and then create your profile. That's where you'll be putting in your information. And then the third thing is you also need to be very keen on the deadline. When is the application process starting and when is it ending? In the US, mostly applications begin I'll say in September, October, November, and December. Yeah, some go up to January, but you want to put in your application as soon as possible. Yeah, so make sure you understand you get the deadline very well. For example, for masters, some school will want you to go and kind of take your time and dive into professor's profile and get to know which professor you like to work with. And in line of research, some professors will tell you, okay, we can work together because they have maybe funding, or maybe you're just this good student that they think you will do well in a graduate program, and then approach them. Take your time, just do some background research about this professor, especially on their research interest, if it aligns with you. And most of the time, I tell people that your personal statement stands out. It tells people who you are. You want to write a very outstanding SOP and also have a research objective. What do you want to research? Especially, okay, I'm talking for research because that's where my interest is. So what do you want to research on, or what do you want to study, and then yeah, so that is especially for masters, and same thing also applies to PhD. You want to look for a professor who can be your advisor, and funding mainly comes through the assistantships, and or maybe teaching assistant or research assistant. The department might decide to say you are a teaching assistant, and then they offer you the funding, and or maybe there's a professor who has a research fund that they can uh, bring you on board and be one of their research assistant. Yeah, so I think I've spoken. Oh, one more thing is on the recommendation. You want to get very good recommendations from especially your former professors, lecturers in back home. We call them lecturers. Yeah, so make sure you get a professor who will write a good recommendation about you, about your personality. They want to know how you performed in their classes. How you, I mean, all round. How can people talk about you? Yeah. So I mean, that's it for now. I hope I've really answered most of the questions that have been still sitting in my inbox. Yeah. Bye.